darlings, thank you so much for stopping by with StellaRuth today. I am so happy to be back, and we're finally able to do some videos again. We've been gone for a while. It's been a minute, and I do apologize, and we keep saying we're going to come out with some new videos, and then stuff happens and we can't get the videos out and we can't get them edited and things like that, and I think we finally got it situated. And I'm sorry we've been gone from YouTube a while, but we have not been gone from Facebook or Instagram. So if you get a chance, you can go on our Facebook page, StellaRuth, and you can also join our recipe group, which is StellaRuth's Recipes, where you can share some of your favorite recipes, and we share some of our favorite recipes, and we tell you what's going on in the StellaRuth news. So today is a little bit different because, of course, this is not the normal background that you usually see. I'm usually sitting at a table or something like that, but today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm in my kitchen and I'm taping everything from the kitchen because today you're going to try something new with me. So we have been on a healthier journey. I am currently enrolled in a program to become a licensed nutritionist, a certified nutritionist, and I'm working on eating better myself and helping my family to eat better. We are my first set of people we're working on. So, and you know, I'm always about making sure that the food is good and healthy, but it tastes really good. So I've been pulling up some recipes and coming across recipes that I've been wanting to try. And we are actually in the midst of trying a very low carb diet. Not quite keto, but low carb. So I found this recipe that I thought was really interesting. And I'm not going to tell you about the recipe that I'm going to try next time. You have to wait and see about that. But just know it includes shrimp, one of my favorites. So today I am trying this recipe, and it's called a sweet potato turkey burger, where you are substituting the bun with sweet potatoes, and you are going to try this with me. So the first thing is, and one of the first things is, I'm not going to like go through all of the ingredients and have a big pan shot of all the ingredients like we normally do, because there's a lot of ingredients. So we'll just talk about it as we go, and we'll try to make this video as short as possible. But one of the first things on the recipes, and I'll be able to tell you where I found the recipe in the box below, and then also link our Facebook page and StellaRuth recipes and all that. So now we got all that out the way, let's get cooking. Okay, now one of the first things that it has you to do is it tells you to cut some sweet potato in about 3/4 of an inch slices, rounds, and it says rounds, but the sweet potatoes that I found weren't really round, so I had to cut mine long ways, and this is probably a little thicker than 3/4 of an inch, but we're gonna do that. Okay, sorry about that. I had a little camera malfunction. So okay, so as I was saying, the way this recipe starts is the first thing they tell you to do is to cut some sweet potatoes in rounds, in 3/4 of an inch rounds. Well, the ones that I found, they weren't really round, so what I did was just cut them long ways, and hopefully they'll do the same thing. And so I'm not sure if that's 3/4 of an inch because I didn't measure it, but I'm gauging it and guessing it. So I just cut them into slices like so, and then it tells you to put it on parchment paper, and put it on parchment paper and preheat your oven to 400 degrees, remember that. And then you put it on some parchment paper on a baking sheet, and spray it with some cooking oil. Okay, so we're gonna spray this with some cooking oil, or cooking spray, I'm sorry. Spray it with cooking spray, and I'm using just regular old Pam. You can, you know, do the one of your choice. I'm just using some regular old Pam. And then I'm going to make sure that these are placed to where they're not stacked on top of each other. And then you're going to put this in the oven for roughly about 20 minutes or so it can get golden brown and crisp, and it'll be your bun. Okay guys, so the next part is it tells you to take your quinoa, and this is a 1/3 of a cup of quinoa flakes. That's regular quinoa. And so if you can see, I'm putting quinoa in the bowl. You're taking 1/3 of a cup of the quinoa, and then you're taking 1/4 cup of milk. And if you're one that's vegan or one that's not using, because I actually wanted to do this with an Impossible burger, but I'm feeding the whole family, so I'm doing turkey as well. So Now, if you don't like milk, if you don't do milk, if you're vegan or you're lactose intolerant, you can use almond milk with this. And you can also use coconut milk, any of those. So it says to take a 1/4 cup of milk and your quinoa and put it in a bowl together and set it aside. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stir it around, and I forgot to get my spoon, so I'm gonna use my knife. Stir it around so that the quinoa and the milk completely touch. I know that's so not right to just use a knife that way, but but I'm using a knife and stirring it around, and then set that aside for 10 minutes. Now I'll set a timer on my phone for 20 minutes, so halfway through I'll know to stop. So now the next part of this recipe calls for a lot of ingredients, which is one of the reasons why I didn't want to like pan ingredients and all that kind of stuff, but I'll put the recipe down below. But it does require a lot of ingredients, and I will also put a link to my blog on our website, which will also have the recipe so that you can look it up if you want. So you're going to take about 1 pound of ground turkey, ground chicken. You can use Impossible meat. That was my plan, but I didn't get a chance to go get any, so I'm using ground turkey today. You can use that, what is that other one, Beyond Meat, but in my own opinion, Impossible is better than the Beyond. I'm not getting paid to say that, people. It is what it is. That's my preference. I'm sorry. Okay, so you're going to take about 1 pound of your ground turkey, ground chicken, whichever one you want to use, and then you're going to take a small zucchini and you're going to grate it. Okay, so this is going to allow you to get all that those good vegetables and protein and everything. So you're going to take a small zucchini and grate it, and you're going to put that zucchini into the bowl with the ground turkey. Okay, then you're going to take a small red onion, purple onion, and you're going to chop it up really fine as you can get it. Put that into there with the ground turkey. All right, and then you're going to incorporate some chopped parsley. It says about 1 tablespoon, but I really like parsley, so I did more than 1 tablespoon because that's just me. And then we're going to make it chemified. So we're going to season ours with some of our Bet on Black seasoning. That's one of our favorites. It's really good on any kind of meat, and I tried it actually to make me an Impossible burger the other day, and it was really good. So we're going to use some of our Bet on Black. You can get that on our website, or you can come see us at our store in Pooler, Georgia at the Tanger Outlet Mall. Okay, so we're going to put some Bet on Black seasoning, and we're going to use some of our Big Finish. As you can see, we use this a lot in the house because you can tell we use this a lot in the house because of the fact that it tastes so good on everything. So we're using some of our Big Finish, and we're going to season it with that. Now the Big Finish doesn't have any salt in it, and the Bet on Black has black sea salt, so you're not over salting. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. Now we're going to take that, it looks like it's been about 10 minutes. Let's check our timer. If it's been about 10 minutes, we're going to take that quinoa mixture that we made with the quinoa and the milk, and we're going to incorporate that into this. And you're going to go in with clean hands, guys, of course, and mix all that around. And it's the best part of doing any kind of cooking is being able to get your hands in there. You know, that's the fun part. When my grandchildren were little and I was doing stuff like this, I would let them wash their little hands. Some of them are still little. I would let them wash their little hands and then just put their hands in the meat because, you know, they like that. That's the fun part. Okay. Okay, guys. So according to the timer, it has been 10 minutes. So we're going to take our quinoa and milk mixture here. See this? And you can see that it swells up, and that's what you want them to get. So we're going to take that and we're going to put that into our ground beef mixture with everything else. Now this recipe does call for carrots, shredded purple carrots, but of course you can use, you know, whatever kind of carrots you want. But my family's not really big on carrots, so and orange stuff in their food. So I'm not going to put carrots in mine, but I'm mixing that in. And then I'm going to give it a little extra oomph of my own, and I'm going to add, sorry for the mess, I'm going to add a little bit of our onion pepper to the mix. Okay, so I've rinsed my hands off because of course it's getting messy. And then I have some of our onion pepper. StellaRuth actually sells onion pepper as well, but this is like extra from, you know, when we made some, so I want to make sure that I'm using it up. So I'm just going to put a little in there in place of minced garlic. You can put minced garlic in, but I'm using it in place of our minced garlic because, of course, you know, my family is a little different. All right, so we've mixed all of that together. Now, what you are going to do now is you are going to cover this nice and tight with some foil. You're going to put it in the refrigerator for roughly 30 minutes. Now, if you don't have 30 minutes, then you can cover it and put it in the freezer for 10 or 15. I wouldn't go any more than 15 minutes in the freezer, because of the fact that it's meat that holds moisture. You don't want it to start freezing, because if your freezer's like mine, it starts freezing stuff almost right away. So we're going to cover this up and put it into the fridge for 30 minutes, and we will be back. So now we have gotten our ground turkey out of the refrigerator, and it's nice and solid. Not so much solid, but firm. And so now we're going to take this and break this into 4 patties. And so I'm going to break it in half and then make another half. And we're going to have them put together just like that. 4 nice sized patties. Okay, and so now we have 4 patties, and in a minute we're going to pull our sweet potatoes out of the oven. I'm gonna let you guys see that because this looks good, and we're gonna go over to the stove and cook these patties in a pan, and we'll be back. Alrighty, look at that, guys. So we just pulled our sweet potatoes out of the oven, and they actually look really, really good. The thinner ones are a little more crispy than the others, but they held up really well. They're hot. So they held up really well. And so now what I'm going to do, what I did discover, just as a tip, guys, what I discovered when you're doing this with these sweet potatoes is, number one, make sure you're using parchment paper and not wax paper, because when you use wax paper is designed to keep stuff moist. Parchment paper helps things to be kind of crispy. So make sure you're using parchment paper, not wax paper, because I made that mistake and yeah, it didn't go the way I thought it would go. So make sure that's the first thing. Cut them as close to 3/4 of an inch as you can. Make them thin, because if you make them thin, you get a better result. And halfway through your 20 minutes, flip them over so that you get that good crispness on both sides, and so that you can get this nice color. Now what I'm going to do now is take some everything. It says to use toasted sesame seeds, but of course I'm always different. I'm going to take some everything seasoning and sprinkle it on top, and then just let it sit while I finish everything else. So now we got baby mama. Alrighty, my love, so it looks like this is going well. So I'm going to get my little spatula so we can flip it, and I don't have to bore you with showing you how to cook the patties. You already know. Okay guys, so now we build our burger. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put one of the, and you see I have it already here, you put one of your sweet potatoes on the bottom, And then you're going to put your hamburger patty in. It looks beautiful. What I did, guys, was I cooked 2 of them in the pan and then 2 of them in the oven because I like mine to be a little prettier. And sometimes when you make them in the oven, they're a little more pretty. And so we're going to build this burger. Now you can add stuff to it, put some avocado on it. That's lovely. You can add anything you want to, but I'm doing it like the recipe says today. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to put sliced tomato, very thinly sliced tomato on it. Then I'm going to top it with some onions. Not that one. Put the spatula down here. We're going to top it with some purple onions that are pre-sliced. Okay. And myself, I'm actually going to put a little bit of some spring onions on it because that's me. And so we're going to use a little vinaigrette on top. And this is just some homemade vinaigrette that I make myself, guys. And I will show you how to do that one day. Just because I'm just special like that. I'm really gotten to the point where I make a lot of things myself. Because we make our own seasonings and we, you know, provide seasonings for people. I make a lot of things myself. Vinaigrettes, ketchups. I make a lot of stuff myself because, you know, you can't trust everything in the store anymore like you used to. It's not as natural. So now we're going to take the other and put it on top. You see it already has its sesame seeds. And look at how pretty that is. I don't think I did too bad, guys. Now all we need is a taste test. I got to find me a willing participant to take a taste of the sweet potato turkey burger and see how it goes. But of course, as always, guys, I'm so happy. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, I didn't do too bad. Look at that. This is what happens when you experience things with me. And this particular recipe, guys, I wanted to actually experience it with you as I was making it for the very first time. I didn't want to like just tape it and then mess something up and go back. I wanted you to see every fail if there was one. Guys, to see that I made this for the very first time because I'm trying new things and trying new recipes. Some recipes are mine, some recipes are not. And I'm pretty sure my grandson is going to want me to put his burger on a bun. But this didn't turn out bad at all. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And so I'm going to go and have Mom taste it and see what she thinks. Hold on. All right, guys. So Mom doesn't want to be on camera, but she's going to taste this. And I want y'all to hear the actual initial reaction. So here we go. Go ahead, Mom. Taste it. You pick it up like a burger, Mom. It's a little sloppy. It's got some vinaigrette on it. and the initial reaction, she took a very big bite, guys. Very big bite. And what is our initial reaction?
Well, the taste is pretty good, but the sweet potato is kind of soggy-ish. It can be crispy more.
It's a sweet potato. But okay. Yeah, because it could be thinner, but it's hard to cut sweet potatoes thin. So, okay. Well, that's Mom's reaction. But it tastes good, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then
I would eat it, but I'd take it all apart and eat it.
Okay,
let's... With a fork and a knife and a fork.
Knife and a fork. Okay. Well, let's see what the grandson says.
Eat tomatoes.
He don't like tomatoes.
Well, give
Gigi the tomato. Don't take it apart. Just give Gigi the tomato. My grandson doesn't like tomatoes, y'all, so he's tasting it for the first time. Now we're gonna get his facial reaction.
Why you gotta get my facial?
Come on.
Cause you think you cute, like being on camera.
I am cute. Come back.
All right. Well, grandson.
I'm good right now.
Y'all heard it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Like she said, You could have cut the potatoes thinner because the thing is a little salty.
Yeah, but
Look, and all of them now, that motherfucker.
if you gonna eat the rest, look at he gonna eat the. All right, y'all heard it. 13-year-old approved.
Nah.
As always, guys, I thank you so very much for being here with me. I thank you for watching and giving a little bit of your time, your valuable time, to us here at StellaRuth. I thank you so much. I'm so glad to be back. God bless you guys. The recipe for this will be in the box below. I will provide a link. Hopefully I'll remember to do that. Provide a link to the blog for that recipe. Also, guys, our website will be in the link below as well. You can always go on our website and order products. And I am also going to provide our Facebook page, our Instagram page, and all that. So you can always get in touch with us. Leave comments if you thought this was amazing. If you thought this was the craziest thing you ever saw. You know, tell me what you think. Come on in. And then don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that little notification bell, guys, if you want to, because we always want you to know when we got new stuff coming in. And don't forget to subscribe. I am babbling, but it's okay. I've been gone a long time. Y'all haven't had to do this. Deal with this with me. So thank you so very much, guys, for spending a little time with me today. God bless you. I love you, love you, love you. And always, always live life, laugh often, and eat some good food while you're doing it. God bless you. Y'all have a wonderful